Hi friends, welcome to this video where we are about to talk about my boobies. So if you don't know, my name is Samantha. I am currently 29 years old and I am from Glasgow in Scotland. Thank you for watching this video and joining me hopefully on my journey to get smaller boobs. That's the plan, that's the goal, and it's happening. I know you can't really see them right now. I will put a picture up here, but I have always had really big boobs since I was a teenager. I have always had boobs. For reference, my boobs are currently a 36 double H. I've always had issues with my boobs, you know, back pain, shoulder pain, neck pain, rashes underneath my boobs, which is probably the worst, to be honest. The worst out of all the symptoms, maybe second worst, because the mental side of it is also pretty bad, you know. Being super self-conscious about my boobs, you know, people look at them, talk about them, make comments on them. This is my school yearbook. I was known for my boobs. Sammy Chibs is what they called me. We also have a comment here that says, "Love tits, bitch." So as you can see, I was always known and commented, even in school, for my boobs. Another one of the worst things about having big boobs for me is not being able to find clothes that fit me right, that I think look good on me, that I feel comfortable in. So pretty much all-rounder negative with the boobs. Now I'm not exactly sure what age I went to the NHS to see about my boobs. I think I was about 19, 20, 21, kind of around that age, and I was about 11 stone and I had G cup breasts. I remember going to the doctor and crying my eyes out about how awful I felt, but basically they turned around to me and said I would have to lose a substantial amount of weight to be able to be eligible to get breast surgery on the NHS. And I just really generally wasn't ready, unfortunately, or had the motivation or the determination to lose the weight at that age. I went away from the NHS feeling really let down, really unhappy, and feeling as if, you know, it'll never happen. I can't change my eating habits to what I would need to lose weight. So basically I lost all hope and just kind of got on with it, really. Cut to 2019-ish. I'm 27. I'm basically 14.5 stone and super unhappy with the way I look, etc, etc. Still basically the same way that I felt when I was 20, but just like 3 stone heavier. And I managed to come into a bit of money. I could use this money for a breast reduction. I know I'm not getting it done on the NHS, you know, I'm 14.5 stone, so it's not happening. So me and my mum say that there's an open date at Nuffield Health for surgery, to meet a surgeon basically, and they kind of tell you all the procedures that they do. So we decided, you know what, let's do it, let's go for it, let's see what the chat is and see what comes of it. So we go to this open date and we meet this surgeon. We set up a consultation. This was around maybe like October 2019. We go to the consultation and speak to the surgeon. You know, she thinks that I'm a really good candidate for surgery, but the dreaded weight comes up and she basically says, for my health, you know, going under anesthesia, etc, I need to lose weight. I was hoping that wasn't going to be the case, but at the same time I kind of knew, you know, like I am really overweight here. My BMI was like 37. I know BMI is like a lot of rubbish, but my BMI was high and I knew in myself that I wasn't healthy or fit. You know, I was having takeaways constantly, not eating right, not thinking about what I was putting into my body. So I was determined to do what I needed to do to get this done. I was ready, my mindset was there, and I just started to lose weight. My surgeon said she wanted me to lose 3 stone, which in my head was a lot, but I was like, you know what, we're not gonna know if I can do it until I just freaking do it. So I was already with a personal trainer once a week. I upped my gym going. I cut down on takeaways massively. I started tracking all of my calories. I was working at a calorie deficit, and slowly but surely I started to lose weight. And then we all know what happened in 2020. I was originally meant to meet up again with the surgeon in May of 2020. That didn't happen because we were in lockdown and the pandemic was happening, and I had lost almost a stone up until that point, and then from April to July I pretty much put all that weight back on again during lockdown. I was in the house doing absolutely nothing. I was really down, my mental health was awful, and yeah, I put all the weight on that I lost, basically, most of it anyway, not all of it but most of it. And then in August of 2020 I was like, right, I need to get back on this, I need to start doing it again, and I started losing again, and by December 2020 I was down 2 stone. In December I went back and visited my surgeon. She was super happy with my progress. My BMI had went down to like 31 from 37, and she said, let's do it, let's go ahead with the surgery. And she said my surgery should take place sometime before the end of April. And then we went into lockdown again, yay! But this time I didn't put weight back on, I continued to lose, I stayed on track, and by the time everything opened back up again I had lost an extra half a stone. So that's 2.5 stone down, and basically I got my letter through in the post. I think I got it in around June, and it said that my surgery had been booked in for the 16th of August. So I have my surgery date. It is the day that this video is going up on YouTube. I'm literally on my way to the hospital probably right now. And it's very exciting. I won't be able to have anyone with me in the hospital, which is probably the worst part of the whole thing. That's the only thing that makes me feel really nervous and anxious mainly. But I guess it's a small price to pay. I've been waiting a long time for this surgery, so I'm just ready to get it over and done with now. I'm filming this video a week before my surgery. I'm currently within my 2 weeks self-isolation. So before I go in for surgery on the 16th, I have to self-isolate for 2 weeks before to, you know, lower the chances of COVID. On Friday the 13th, fingers crossed, I have a COVID test that I have to go for. Hopefully that will come up all clear so I can get my surgery on the Monday. On, I think it was Tuesday the 26th or 27th of June, I had my pre-op appointment. I had no idea what to expect at my pre-op, only kind of what I had seen online by watching videos. So at the pre-op, basically I got asked a ton of questions. She said it was mainly for the anesthesiologist, just basically a whole load of questions like, do you have this, do you have this, do you have this, you know, does this run in your family? Like, there was maybe like about 50 odd questions. And then had 4 vials of blood taken. Some bloods were for testing, for stuff, just to make sure I'm all good for surgery, and one of them was so that they could test my blood type, so that they could have my blood type on standby in case I needed a blood transfusion. I still have no idea what blood type is. I'm going to ask that when I get to hospital, because I would really like to know. It's probably an O. I think my mum's an O, so it's probably an O, but I'd be interested to find out. They also took a urine sample, which I think is for pregnancy, and they also took swabs of my nose, my underarm and my groin area, which is to test for MRSA. So apparently MRSA can live on your skin, which is fab. It can live on your skin and it's completely harmless until you go into like a hospital environment, and you know, it can get into your blood and it can kind of contaminate the hospital. So they have to test for MRSA. Thankfully I didn't hear anything, so I'm all clear. We are good to go for surgery. If I had been positive for MRSA, I would have had to have delayed my surgery and go through treatment to get rid of it off my skin. So I'm very glad that that didn't happen. We really didn't need another delay. And also they took my height, my weight, my blood pressure, my pulse and my BMI, and my BMI was at 38, which is where the surgeon wanted me to be. So yeah, it's been a long journey. It has been a hard journey, mainly the weight loss. The weight loss has been the hardest thing, but I know that, one, I needed it generally anyway. I needed to lose weight, and secondly, I know it's going to stand me in good stead for during the operation and recovery afterwards. I am the fittest I've been since I probably was like 8 years old. So that's my surgery journey in a nutshell so far. The surgery is costing just under £6,000. It is a lot of money, but to me it is a small price to pay for something that will undoubtedly change my life. I'm getting it done at Nuffield Hospital in the West End of Glasgow, and hopefully I'm going from a 36HH to a 34D double D-ish. She asked me to buy bras beforehand, so my mum bought me a sports bra, which is a 34 double D shock absorber, because I'm going to have to wear that. I'm going to try and film as much as I can so I can give you guys the information that you might want or need. Here is what I look like now. This is my boobs, this is my body. Although, you know, I'm not a skinny girl, you can definitely tell that my boobs aren't in proportion with my body, and it's very uncomfortable. The next video will probably be a vlog type video of my surgery and stuff. I'm going to film what I take to the hospital with me, hopefully film a little bit in the hospital, but I'm not going to take my camera, so it will just be on my phone. And then my recovery, you know, my 1 week post-op, all that stuff will be coming. If you want to stick with me and check out my breast reduction journey, then subscribe down below. Also give this video a big like, it helps push my video out there for people who might want to see it. It really helps me out. If you have any questions, leave them in the description below. Wish me luck for today, my surgery day. Fingers crossed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!